What's up, YouTube? You're Inside the Edge, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to talk about Michael B. Jordan, co-writing Static Shock. This was definitely a story that was overdue. I believe he announced this back in October of 2020. So this video is definitely long overdue. I tried doing a lot more research to kind of pick up and see, like, is this series, is this still going to be documented? Is it still going to happen? And this is still happening, guys. And, you know, Michael B. Jordan is a super busy guy. I mean, him working with Denzel and stuff. And I feel like Denzel is really being a good, he's mentoring Michael B. Jordan, and just Michael B. Jordan, he's just hitting all the cylinders, man. He's being really inclusive with a lot of films that he's in. And actually, Denzel Washington actually produced this film movie called A Journal for Jordan, and Michael B. Jordan starred in it, and I believe it's going to be a good movie. I seen the trailers to it. Michael B. Jordan, he's playing, he's a guy in the army, and he's writing, basically his story life is going to revolve around his young kid that's being born. There's a lot to, like, what's going to happen in that movie, but it's good to see that Michael B. Jordan, you know, he's still trying to find, you know, what can he do next? You know, he's always busy. He's always trying to focus on a new project. And, you know, as of right now, you know, Michael B. Jordan, even what he's doing with Creed, I think is amazing. Creed 1 and 2 was good. Sylvester Stallone, from what I know, he's no longer going to be a part of Creed itself. So Creed is going to be Michael B. Jordan's franchise. And I believe he's actually going to he's going to be a co-writer for Creed 3. So I'm excited to see what Michael B. Jordan is going to do. But with that being said, guys, we're going to get into Static Shock. You know, this was a series that was launched in the early 2000s. You know, Static Shock, he's a black superhero that can generate power through electricity. Anything that's magnetic, this guy can do. And I remember watching Static Shock when I was like a kid, and this was like in about the early 2000s, I would say, like 2003. Like, I would watch a lot of Static Shock, but over time I felt like the show slowly, they would play the show slowly, and, you know, a little bit, and then it just died off. And then I just stopped watching Static Shock, and it's just, I was really excited when Michael B. Jordan talked about how he's gonna co-write for you know, Static Shock, because him coming off of Black Panther, it was almost like this should work. Like, it was almost like everything had its plan. And I think Michael B. Jordan being a co-writer for Static Shock, I think is gonna add a lot of value to this series, because, you know, this is a DC character that no one really talks about. I mean, this character is really forgotten. I don't hear anyone ever really talking about Static Shock. So I think with Michael B. Jordan just getting his hands into this, I think he's gonna do a really good job. So Michael B. Jordan, I don't think he's gonna be playing Static Shock, but I think he's gonna just produce the movie. But if they can't find anyone, I mean, I would think Michael B. Jordan would be a really good character for Static Shock. Now, I do know back in 2014, Jaden Smith himself, I remember actually remembering this in person, how Jaden Smith, he actually talked about how he was going to be a part of Static Shock, the reboot. But this was news, this was back in 2014. But that got shut down because DC, they decided to take another route, and they decided to, hey, let's launch a movie instead of a documented series of a TV show. Just for obvious reasons. You know, before you make a TV show or, you know, a series, at least when it comes to superheroes, I would think, you know, you would have to drop a movie first in order to get out those series to make TV shows out of. Like, you gotta get that, you gotta get that mainstream, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get that push to really see, like, is this person worth watching? Is this series worth a watch? But I definitely think, you know, the movie aspect of it, Michael B. Jordan, we don't know if he's gonna be casting Static Shock, or he could be another character. He could be even a villain. I wouldn't even mind seeing him as a villain in a movie. But at least from this movie, what I'm being told, it will be dropping at some point of 2022. And the most interesting thing I would say with Michael B. Jordan and what he can do with this series is if he can make this, you know, if he can make this superhero and build them into a character that will fight for freedom, maybe, you know, be on some, I don't want to say like be pro-black type of superhero, but maybe just a superhero that a lot of, you know, at least what's to come in the movie, I would like to see something where it's touching on a social issue. I would think Michael B. Jordan, you know, I know he's really passionate about, you know, even just the, I'm actually just going to double check real quick, but even like his production company that he's with, and that's something I want to get into too, but Outlier Society, that's his studio, and he has a lot of executive producers that are black. Like, he's all about black writers, black storylines. Like, he's all into that. So I would think in this Static Shock movie, we're gonna hear something. We're gonna see a storyline where it has something to do with social issues or something. Maybe this movie will take place somewhere in Chicago, Baltimore, somewhere in the inner city where it's just really tough and rough and stuff. And because that was the character what Static Shock was. I mean, I don't even think I even got too in depth, but Static Shock, I believe, was a 15-year-old boy. Like I said, he has like magnetic energy, and he can manipulate energy, and that's how he uses that to fight bad guys off. But throughout the show, that show is all about the inner city and people getting bullied and stuff like that. It was always those type of scenarios. So I would think that Michael B. Jordan could use this character to touch on social issues that's happening now. And like I said, I'm trying to use an example, but I don't know. I don't want to say I want Michael B. Jordan to go like this character to be like pro-black or something, or be on Black Panther type of thing. But I would like to see this film to be something where there definitely should be a villain. And again, I'm not really too familiar with the comics of Static Shock as far as who were his villains, but I think it should definitely be a villain or something. And even just to keep this video going, guys, who I would really like to see somehow bridge the gap into this storyline is Black Lightning. I watched a little bit of Black Lightning on Netflix, but if Black Lightning could somehow coexist with Static Shock, man, that would be amazing, man. That would be amazing to see. That's something that I would like to see. And I would think it doesn't even matter if Static Shock is a sidekick to Black Lightning, or Black Lightning is a sidekick to Static Shock himself. But I would like to see something cohesive between them. Like, definitely, even if it's like in a movie, I would like to see something between them where they could take down the bad guy or something. But I think that this is definitely in the works. One guy that I definitely wanted to say was Rejo Hudlin. He's a co-writer that's going to be a part of Static Shock. And then Randy McKnighton, he directed a lot of films. He actually did a movie called Safety that was really good. That came out in 2020, so that was like one of his most recent projects. But Michael B. Jordan, he has some writers that's going to be involved in this. So this is going to be a legit film that's really going to be coming out. And, like I said, I tried to do some digging, but there's nothing confirmed as far as dates. But we are expected to see Static Shock, the movie, launching at some point in 2020. And Michael B. Jordan, he has his hands all over this. And this is going to be really big for him, because I know how much he wants to get into the DC universe or the Marvel universe. For so many years, there's been so many speculation of him being in the new Superman movie, which I did hear about by that source Collide. But me personally, I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think Michael B. Jordan is gonna be, Superman in the next film. I would enjoy Michael B. Jordan being Superman. I think he would be a good fit for it. But with the direction that they're going, I'm hearing that they're gonna go with they're gonna somehow remark Superman. So I don't know if Michael B. Jordan is gonna be involved in that. But I definitely feel like it's gonna be exciting, man. But I would like to see Black Lightning, because Black Lightning himself is getting a lot of buzz on Netflix. A lot of people actually watching that show. But to see Black Lightning and Static Shock somehow, be something that's like cohesive in a movie, that would be like stellar, man. That would be stellar. But this video is getting a little bit lengthy, guys. I mean, I didn't want to make this too long, but just my perception is, I definitely, 2022, we are going to see a Static Shock. Michael B. Jordan will be co-writing it. Now, will he be acting in it? That's yet to be seen. But we know that it's going to be a lot of good writers behind this, and at some point we're going to get a new character, man. We need something new. Static Shock, man, I think is a slept-on character, and it's something I feel like a lot of kids are going to enjoy. And I think if Michael B. Jordan gets his hands on it and even gets into the acting of the movie itself, I think it will breathe in a new light where we may even see a Netflix series or a TV series where we might see Static Shock in. Like I mentioned before, Jaden Smith was gonna play that role as far as being a TV series, but DC thought bigger and it was like, no, we're gonna drop a movie. So whatever checks need to be cut, I hope that it gets done. But this looks like it's happening. Michael B. Jordan, like I said, he has his own studio, he has his own executives, people that's gonna be behind this, and hopefully we're gonna get this launch at some point in 2022. So for you guys, I mean, we're already at 10 minutes. And if you're new to the channel, if you like this type of content, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna talk about new movies. I just seen The Matrix. That just dropped, like the trailer, so I'm probably gonna talk about that. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment. If you're excited about Static Shock, leave a comment about that. I definitely want to hear you guys' opinions. So until next time, guys, be safe, listen to your parents, and make good choices. All right, guys. See you guys on my next video. Peace.